Hello, everyone. Good evening. How are you today? We hope from Team IGP that you are all doing good. To our respected and benevolent resources speaker, Honorable Sir Nick Hasalom, Honorable Madam Alia Chabu, Honorable Madam Ekta Sumera, to our kind-hearted Team IGP, to our enthusiastic, active, and supportive participants. Good evening. In Southeast Asia, good morning from another area of the world, and good afternoon as well. Thank you all for joining with us in this wonderful evening. I feel honored and privileged to be part and associated with IGP as host for this webinar. It is my delight to welcome you all in this Institute of Global Professional free webinar. Thank you all for joining us in this marvelous evening, and it's my humble request and pleasure to stay with us till the end. For I am sure you all will have many takeaways and payoffs from this webinar. Each time you can like and comment in our webinar chat box. Don't forget to tag, share, and mention your friends in the comment box. So let's watch together and learn together. We believe that power is gained by sharing knowledge. Every day, some new participants joined with us, so I have to give a little background about Institute of Global Professionals. IGP serves student and community resource, providing holistic social work and education to create a proficient generation. IGP is a leading online skill development institute with thousands of learners worldwide. Take note of that, worldwide, not only in Bangladesh, in Philippines, but worldwide, as well as our speakers. We are interested with international recognition. We believe that it's not effective to increase one's skills just by acquiring formal education. So we at IGP, we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We organized our webinar training offline and online courses by best trained speakers, coaches from all over the world. We have already completed 163 webinars successfully. We expect that you are all getting a little bit benefited in personal and professional as well. And we wish that you all remained with us in this long journey. Let me remind you again, don't forget to share, tag, comment, and mention your friends in the comment box below. Because your attachments encourages us to do better and best service to our lovely audience. Our mission is to empower our youth, so stay with us by your support. I am cordially inviting you all. Okay, today, before we start our seminar for tonight with the title Principles of Leading Change, let us start the program with the IGP mantra, Feed Your Skills. Let me now introduce to you our honorable speaker, Sir Nick Hasalom. Is an inspirational speaker, life coach, consultant, and co-founder of the Mindset Mastery and the Global Uplift Humanitarian Foundation. Nick is a proud part of the men's arm of LOANI Lowani Global, where he is spearheading real relationship talk alongside with his lovely wife, Dana Hasselum. His mission is to empower minds, to empower the globe, by providing practical tools for aspiring leaders and professionals. He has worked with people from varying backgrounds and has developed the Mindset Mastery programs, the personal and professional development courses dedicated to transform lives globally. Their courses and workshops extend themselves to corporations, charities, groups, and individuals from all across the globe. Apart from his corporate consulting, Honorable Sir Nick is passionately involved in humanitarian work and world travel. Sir Nick, along with his lovely wife Dana, hosts regular self help seminars to communities on subjects that are designed to help people transform their experience. From steps taken day to day, he encourages people to build their best life through continual improvement and planning towards the lifestyle they want to live. Sir Nick has been provided practical knowledge to many. Sir Nick is also an advocate for equality and the women rights movement. Wow, that's great job. Not only women can do the empowerment of women. So let's continue. Sir Nick believes in enhancing the collaboration between man and woman. Wow, that's good. And the fostering of a strong and healthy relationship. It's take two in a tango, as they say. Sir Nick is committed to supporting local and international charity work and have received numerous awards for his outstanding presence as humanitarian, speaker, and businessman. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Honorable Sir Nick Hasselum.
Thank you so much, Anne. That was a lovely introduction, and I hope you have a fantastic evening where you are. It's a great honor to be able to address everybody who is joining us this evening, and I hope that everyone comes away with a nugget of information or a topic that really helps them for today. So, today's subject is leading change, and I have brought 5 principles of leadership to share with you for today. So, I really find that this is an excellent topic. It's one where it's so often that we shirk responsibility over our own lives by thinking that we're not leaders, that we don't need to lead others. And I'd like to challenge you to think again on that. There's the possibility that although you aren't leading others, you still have to lead your own life, and you still have to bring yourself forward and make moves that you know and understand for yourself to be the best path in your own life. In the end, you have to become the best and greatest version of yourself. So, for that, this presentation is aimed at both leaders and at those persons who may not think of themselves as being leaders. They may be those people who think that they just have their own lives to lead. And from there, I shall begin to start my share screen. One moment. Excuse me, I'll just begin to share the screen. There we are. Apologies. There we are. Yes, so after brief technical difficulties, this is the Leading Change 5 Principles of Leadership. And as I was saying, it's a case that everyone needs to be a leader. And today I will share with you 5 principles of leadership, those being mapping out the territory, controlling the rhythm, and not avoiding unnecessary action, and the journey is the prize. So, as I was saying, everyone will need to be a leader. I challenge everyone to reconsider their position in life. So many people might see this seminar and think, oh, I'm not a leader. I'm not a manager. I'm not a boss. So I don't need this seminar for me. And I challenge you to say that everyone leads their own life. So to that end, everyone needs to be a leader by necessity. Don't make anything beyond your imagination. Just because right now you are in your position, and it's a perfectly fine position to be in, who's to say what it'll be like for tomorrow or the day after? You always have to move, you always have to build, and you always have to adapt your position to go forward. And that is what I would like for you to take away from this leadership seminar. So as Anne had introduced me, I am an inspirational speaker and life coach. And I found it to be a hobby that I took up with my lovely wife, Dana, to collect and understand and interpret pieces of knowledge and wisdom that so many wise persons before us have come and granted to us. And we've taken it and collated it, and then we've related it into our program, which is Mindset Mastery, and also through our seminars, such as the ones through Relationship Talks, which will be our next episode will be occurring shortly after this seminar here. And I'm very happy to be partnering with so many great organizations such as LONI to raise up everybody to move forward. So again, today's session, I'm hoping everyone will realize that this session is for you. And don't put anything beyond your imagination. Always move, build, and adapt to go forward. Okay, so why does everyone need to be a leader? Some advantages. You can make new opportunities for yourself. You can create new jobs, new roles, new incomes, new opportunities for yourself, new experiences, just by opening your mind to the concept of being a leader for yourself, if no one else. Therefore, you are the one to navigate through your life. You are not being led. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are moving through the terrain of your life to where you want to be. And that will give you so much more empowerment. It will make you so much happier and so much more fulfilled in life. It will make you be of benefit to others. One of the most noble causes, to be able to improve someone else's life by something that you do, something that you say, something that you are, that will inspire someone else to be better for themselves and for others. And then that will create a domino effect where you can be of so much more benefit to so many other persons. You can make a positive and conscious contribution to the world. It's sad to see on news articles that there will be corporations or individuals or groups that will make destructive or ill-advised decisions that have negative impact on both the environment and on their fellow man. And it's important for everyone to at least stop and make a consideration as to how they could be a better leader of themselves and of their fellow mankind. As I said before, it makes you feel even more engaged with your life. Imagine everyone has had that feeling where they felt disengaged or dejected from their current path because they just feel like they're not in control. That is what it means to be a leader, to be in control. Visualize the best version of yourself and of the world, and then that will give you your vision. So many times there are so many excellent quotes from inspirational speakers, motivational speakers that always speak about vision when it comes to management or vision when it comes to leadership. This is your vision. This is where you want to see yourself, your contribution in the world, be that as part of a company, be that as part of your own works. You have to see the best version of yourself at the ultimate end of your life and see that it is something that's good and something that you want to pursue. That is your vision. So I'd like to share with you 5 leadership principles to assist you with this. And this is from my own research and understanding of this area. So the first, not that these are in any particular order, but I'll begin with the first. Map out the territory and maintain your tools. Next is resilience and power. Control the rhythm follows. Avoid unnecessary action, and the journey is the prize. Now, I'll admit these are not very self-explanatory, so I will go through these and give my explanation and examples to show you why these are so important as principles of leadership. So we'll start out with map out the territory and maintain your tools. So imagine yourself in a very basic scenario where there is no other people, there's no buildings, there's no anything around you. It's just wilderness, it's the wild. What would be the first thing that you'd want to know about where you are, assuming you don't know where you are? You'd want to create a map to understand where you are and where you want to go. This is important, and it should be, whenever you feel lost, one of the first things you do. Now, if we expand that into the realm of personal understanding, personal improvement, leadership, and business, it is a case of you may be in an environment that's completely chaotic and unfamiliar to you because it's the nature of your position. Perhaps you're new to the environment, or perhaps it's a recent change has occurred within your sphere. And it's important for you to look around and gather your intelligence so that you can have an understanding of everything that is around you, so you can therefore move in the most simple and efficient manner. That's what I mean by mapping. And naturally, you would gather your intelligence and make out a map on paper, on a computer, even in your mind. It's most important that however your understanding is translated, it is in the forefront of your mind as you perform your actions. You have to know your team and you have to know your tools. So although you're out in the wilderness, you still have everything that you need to survive. And if you don't, you can still make it. You don't have tools kept in a bad state. You don't have it where they are disorganized or broken. Whenever possible, if you wanted to survive with the greatest efficiency, you'd want to keep your tools maintained and at their best, as well as keeping the best tools. So this very naturally translates to any other part of life. If your tool is software, if your tool is machinery, if your tool is a product, you don't want your tool to be in disrepair. You don't want it to be badly maintained. And for anyone who's with you, you need to know and understand everything that they're about so that they can achieve what they need to. And you will be the one to inspire them and make them reach wherever you want to go on your map. And it's your vision and your singularity of purpose that will inspire them, as well as your knowledge and understanding of the subject that you're in, to be able to allow your team to be motivated and move forward. You have to know your surroundings so you can act with confidence and therefore avoid many difficult situations. So for example, if you were in a software company and there was a problem that arose, would you want your supporting tools to be in bad repair? Perhaps your licenses are out of use. Your team members are understaffed. They're stressed. They don't understand where they're going or what they're doing, and it's all in a state of chaos. And you yourself, as the leader, you don't know what is going to happen from one day to the next. It's a concept of understanding and knowing within yourself everything that you need to go from where you are to where you're going. That's the first principle. Second principle, resilience and power. So having known where you are, you'll want to maintain a calm normality, ideally. That's not always going to be the case. Sometimes there will be instances where you'll need to show power. You'll need to show force in order to either make the competition move out of the way, move an obstacle out of the way. It's not a case that it'll be a simple walk in the park to get from where you are to where you want to go. Sometimes you need to show energy, you need to show power, but yet, like a big body of water, like the sea, ordinarily it's very calm, it's very still, and then if you go underneath the water, it's still very calm and still. There'll be currents, but there won't be any great crashes or splashes. But allow a storm to come. On the surface, you'll see a lot of chaos, a lot of activity, and a lot of strength being shown by the sea as it crashes against the shore. But under the surface, if you go down deep enough, that calm normality is still there. That's what we should try and aim to be when we are in the professional or in the personal sphere as an ultimate goal. It's fine not to be there right now, but this is where it will be. For example, if we were to make another example, those of us who have taken driving lessons will know that at the beginning, it's very difficult. It feels like everything is such a terrible, chaotic situation. But as you get more and more experience as you drive, you begin to maintain a calm normality, even when a situation arises that's very difficult, or one that takes immediate and prompt action and a show of power. You, on the inside, still remain calm. Even if you can't, you very quickly return to your state of normality. It doesn't disrupt your equilibrium. So you have to pay attention and keep yourself in control. And don't forget, this too shall pass. This is one of my favorite sayings, and those who joined us with our previous session will remember that one of the I Resilience process methods was to remember, even in the most difficult situations, that this too shall pass. You have to try and keep your ego out of events. Try and keep your self-association out of the event. That will help so much. If someone is making a loud complaint at you, or they are making some sort of complaint towards you or to your company, you have to remember that you keep your self-association out of that problem. They don't necessarily have a problem with you personally, they just have a problem with the problem or your position within the problem. So you try not to keep it personal, keep your ego out of the event. And this will be helped a lot by your map, your mental understanding of the terrain around you. You should always make more plans to be in motion as often as possible. So even though you're in a poor situation right now, this too shall pass, and you can always make plans to make an alternative route going forward. Next principle, control the rhythm. So what do I mean by rhythm? As mentioned previously, where although you're calm underneath, you can have motion and you can have force on the surface. This is where it also comes into play, because you are the one to control the tempo of what is going on around you. This will give you so much motion and momentum to go forward, and you can use it to disrupt your competition, as well as move forward and build yourself up as a person professionally. So events will push you out of your comfort zone. Move to meet them first. Don't let them come to you. Keep a positive rhythm. What do I mean by rhythm? That's the rate in which you take actions. Sometimes it can look chaotic from the outside, but for you, it makes sense because you're taking yourself where you need to go. You need to take action often and remain flexible no matter what is coming into you. Even if you feel like you're in a place of weakness or uncertainty, always make your strongest move. Even if you don't complete, if you don't follow through, you can still get valuable information and opportunities from the attempt of making your move. Always try and make a move. So, for example, if you're within a software company and you need to figure out what action there is to take when there is competition around you, when there is differences in the market. You should always try and make a move and make it the strongest move as often as possible within your own structure and rhythm. That way, you'll always be on the attack, you'll always be on the offensive, and you will feel like you control life, not that life controls you. So often is the case that you'll let a wave come and it'll rock you, and then then you'll realize that you have to recover from that. You have to take so much action, and then you'll begin to ruminate and realize that, oh, this is becoming difficult. But instead, if you switch your perspective from one of being a victim or one of being on the defensive to one of being offensive, you will always feel like you have to be the one to take the action. You always have to be the one to make the move. And then if you're making that move, just try it anyway and try and do your best. Even if you don't follow through and if you don't achieve it for whatever reason, you'll still get confidence, you'll still get information from making that move, and you'll still get opportunities that will come from it, as opposed to doing nothing and being on the defensive, being reactive. It makes life so much more difficult. So that is control the rhythm. The next one is avoid unnecessary action. So it's very tempting within the professional sphere to adhere to traditions or goals or trends that you'll hear from those outside of who you are. So that might be you want to offer a particular product, you want to do a certain thing in your life, you want to do this particular qualification, you want to make this kind of impression. You want to be a follower rather than a leader. And that will be very tempting to take on. But ultimately, you have to ask yourself, although it might not be an entirely fruitless action, it might be something that you enjoy or something that will add to what you can offer, you have to remember that this is what you are about. You have to think of what you can offer. And so it's best to avoid committing to something simply because someone else is doing it, because there might be something else that you can offer, that you can do, that you can achieve, that will be so much more profitable for you, or so much easier for you to do, or so much more natural for you to complete. Now, having said that, if you have competition around you, you can invite them to take as many unnecessary actions as possible. Next, and the final principle, is that the journey is the prize. If you spend your life waiting for a moment, it'll pass before you even see it. Make everyday actions outstanding, and your life will be one of fulfillment. So this is a case of a warning against making your life too rigid or too structured within the frame of goals or objectives, or making life about life stuff, about things that you can know and understand and write down. It's a case of understanding and taking a step back from the day-to-day and enjoying that individual moment, enjoying the process of whatever it is that you're doing as a leader. So instead of being wrapped up within KPIs, goals, being wrapped up within, oh, I have to do this, perform this, and achieve this, just take the moment, and you should feel like that sea underneath, being able to watch and observe everything as it flows, and you can feel a calm normality about it. It's not a frantic chaos as you try and achieve one goal onto the next, onto the next, onto the next. You should still be able to view and zoom out, see everything above you, everything beneath you, understand it, process it, and respect it before you can make actions. And this is one of the great secrets of being able to lead yourself as well as others, in that you have a view of everything around you, and that you know that you can influence everything around you. And those things that you can't influence, you will be able to take into account or avoid entirely. So it's a case of remembering that the journey on the way through life is the prize. The goal is not the prize. The objective is not the prize. The goal will come and go before you even see it. It's a case of you have to ask yourself, are you enjoying and are you taking on this moment as it stands? So I'll remind the 5 leadership principles: map out the territory, know where you are, know where you're going, understand your tools, and understand your team. Next, have resilience and power. Be calm underneath any show of power you're making. Allow it to be a case that you are making the actions, not the actions are making you. Next is to control the rhythm. So having control, you can move forward. It'll allow you to have that offensive and attacking mindset where you can always make the next move, make the next action, and you will always be the one to benefit from that. Avoid unnecessary action. Don't let yourself be thrown through a loop. Don't let yourself be led down a road that may seem attractive or simple, when at the end of the day is not getting you to where your goal is. Next, and finally, the journey is the prize. It's a case of a single individual objective is not the entire process. You have to know and understand everything around you, and you have to enjoy the journey and feel like you are in control in order for you to have that excellent grasp on leadership. So I have a thought for you. The difference between who you are and what you want to be is what you do. So this is a case of we might be somewhere now, and it's okay to be exactly where we are right now, so long as we try and build and move forward as often as we can, and we have the confidence to do whatever we need to do. And it's okay to be where you are, so long as you're always moving forward. You must also review your assumptions. Don't hold on to assumptions. Don't assume that what was true yesterday will still be true today. Expand your understanding whenever it's possible. So you may have an impression that you have a good understanding of everything around you and what the consequences of everything that you're doing, but review it as often as possible from a learning mindset. Always be open to change. If you remain still, and if you don't remain as an attacking mindset, it will stagnate and you'll be in a position of weakness, and that might be your downfall. Next, maintain your vision. Does it match your actions? So try and keep your map of your surroundings in mind as often as possible and refer it to your vision and see how the two match up. Then take actions to align yourself with your vision. Always try and move towards your vision. Always keep that in the now, not in the tomorrow. Do what you can to achieve your vision now. And keep refreshing the vision on paper. A goal or a vision or an understanding deserves to be written down, and it deserves to be in the forefront of your mind as who you are, not what the paper says for who you are, or not who you think you are, or not what people say you are. Next, now that you have your vision, always review it, always push it further. You are the limits of your imagination. How can your vision provide even greater benefits to yourself and to others? Now, I did mention goals, and it's worth a reminder that goals, they always deserve to be written down, but the goals for you to achieve your vision ideally need to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-oriented, and naturally you keep them aligned to your vision. You're always taking action, and you're not taking unnecessary action. You're moving towards where you want to be. And my final thought for you, always be moving, always be attacking, always be in the position where you are dictating the rhythm, you are dictating the flow. Understand your environment, know where you are within the professional and personal sphere. Try not to make assumptions. Understand from your understanding of where you are, where you're going. Know where you want to be and take actions to go where that is. Test your assumptions as often as possible. Seek the greatest vision that you possibly can and always try and expand it. And lastly, set the pace, which is a nod to always be moving. You are the one to control your pace, and you always have to move forward. So thank you very much. It was a great honor to be able to speak to everyone today. I'll just stop the screen share there, and thank you very much.
Ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, you are mute.
I'm sorry. Repeat! Take two! Commercial! Sorry. Okay, thank you so much, Sir Nick, for that very inspirational and motivational message.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. I myself have three takeaways. What about you, dear participants? What are your takeaways? So, my takeaways are here. Number one, to see the better of myself. Number two, I am the leader. I am the driver of my own life. And number three, I should give the best version of myself. With that, I can be a better person. Okay. So with that, Sir Nick, thank you so much. And we will get back to you later. Okay. So now let's move forward to our second resource speaker. She is an entrepreneur, current Z TV Miss India SA, and national director for IYS and SA, that is International Youth Society, humanitarian, the former top 100 trailblazers in SA, a Woman of Wonders 2019 recipient, actress, dancer, model. She is the only child, niece, and grandchild on her mom's side, and one of 8 grandkids from her dad's side. She was born and raised in Chatsworth and moved on JHB at the end of 2008, where she resided about 10 years. She completed her schooling career in 2014. She studies for her BBA part-time at the IMM Institute, which is a marketing institution. She began dancing from 2015. Between 2015 and 2016, she had 2 jobs and later decided to get into the entertainment industry. Now you know, maybe she's beautiful. No, it's not maybe. She is. Later, industry. 2 completely different career paths. In 2017, she went into acting, okay, where she was casted in her first film, Broken Promises. Look for that at YouTube forever, which released mid of 2018. In 2018, she entered her first pageant, okay, Z TV Miss India SA Gauteng, where she haven't placed anywhere but used that platform to inspire, motivate, and encourage the youth out there. She also used the platform to fight the fear of public speaking and have to say that she did it really well and came along since then. In 2019, 2 dear friends of her convinced her to enter the pageant again. Oh, there's always second time around. Where she agreed. She was placed now the second princess in Gauteng and won not just the pageant at the end of the year, but she also took the award for Best Talent. How was that? Which was a huge achievement for her, of course. In the same year, she joined and was trained by dance idol Sachin Kantai, who coached her and pushed her throughout the year. And she's glad to say she was never disappointed in him in this pageant journey. The platform gave her ability to do what she wanted always to do, which was to help people around her. She has been able to do more charity, wow, than before, and she have a very soft spot for kids. Okay. She used this platform to challenge people as well to know what their ability is, to be themselves, to choose what they love to do, to make sure that they are happy and not just content with what they are doing in life. Her career, as she mentioned, she had two jobs between 2015 and 2016, where she worked in retail. By the time that she reached 20, she had opened up a Spiceworks company as a small business just to keep her going, and later on decided that to shut down the business. At the end of 2020, her parents and she herself spoke and decided that it was time to get serious with the events that occurred due to COVID, and started the company Continental Sales and Distribution Agents, a 100% female owned company because she was always about female empowerment. Oh, that's great. Like her company now deals with culinary, branding, embroidery, promotional, gift items, uniforms, and many more. About her. She is a very outgoing and adventurous person, but she is also a shopaholic and let us stay at home and sometimes watch TV and just relax kind of girl. She is always known to be either a Western or Eastern lady, but in all honesty, she is both. Okay. I'm a very cultural, or better term is spiritual person. She has an open mind and feel that what makes her. She's a traveler and a foodie kind of lady. She loves experiencing and visiting new places, trying new things. There is it again. She is either a businesswoman or an adventurous lady. No, she is both. She is a kind of person that you can sit and talk about business with. She is a truly beauty and brain and adventurous with a kind-hearted woman. Let us now welcome our second speaker, Madam Aliyah Shabu.
Thank you, Madam Anne. That was a beautiful introduction. And hello to the viewers today. I think you basically covered almost everything of me, and I am honored to be a part of this international platform today. And we are always talking about change. I I am a motivational speaker. I have always been inspiring, especially the youth. And today, I'm not just going to be talking about, just the principles of leading change, but I will also be inspiring people of how they can also go after what they want. So you have already mentioned that, yes, I am an entrepreneur. My name is Aliyah Chabu, all the way from South Africa, Durban. I'm 24 years old and I am an entrepreneur of a 100% female owned company here in South Africa. I do have a few titles behind my name, and I actually planned on using that to promote some change, especially in today's time. So, change can only occur with the right mindset. And in order to do that, we need to first start with us and how we plan on leading to create that change. To be honest, I have not gotten this far without the support structure from my parents. The inspiration and motivation that I put out today was because of the support structure from them, and I'm honored and privileged, to have them around. And we all get our support structure from somewhere, and sometimes we also have to become our own support structure. I read, or should I say, I heard somewhere that one voice can inspire movement. So I always say, let's use our voices, especially on this international platform, to inspire, motivate, and encourage. If one voice can inspire a movement, imagine the ripple effect that we can create with using just our voices to inspire that change. Now, uh, it never has to be something big or outrageous to make a change. It's the little things that make all the difference. It could be as small as words of encouragement to the ones who need it the most, or a helping hand to push them into the right direction of reaching for their dreams and goals. And people often, I've noticed, procrastinate, especially when it comes to reaching their goals and dreams. But if you think about it, everybody always says Rome wasn't built in a day. So I would always say stop procrastinating, get up, and you have to start somewhere. It's always easier said than done, but a CEO isn't where he or she is overnight. It took time, hard work, late nights, dedications, breakdowns, and even sometimes failing at certain points, only to learn that that what can be done differently to get to where they are now. So today we're talking about the principles of change. And I get the fact that it's scary because sometimes you think, what if I fail or fall down somewhere? And this is what you need to understand, that there will always be challenges. Nothing great ever came easy. So it's completely okay to fail or to fall down. But the most important thing is how you get back up, right? How you get back onto your feet and do things differently. So it's not about falling, but it's most importantly about getting back up, which is what you got to also think about. So in order to lead change, we must become the leaders and set examples of what can be done to promote the change for a brighter future. Now, to my knowledge, I know there are 5 basic steps in creating a successful change. The first step is to acknowledge and understand the need for change. So you need to understand what you want to change. In terms of put pen to paper, your dream can become a goal once you know what you've got that already set down. Now you're going to implement it. So the second thing is to communicate the need and involve people in developing the change. You can either do it on your own, but if you have a vision where you can get people on board, to also move forward, it's always great to involve people to develop the change. Then the third thing is to develop change plans, right? The fourth, implement your change plans. And the fifth is to evaluate your progress and celebrate your success. Because the reason why that's of most importance is, like I mentioned earlier, it's always easier said than done. The journey is long, it's tough, it's difficult. You face challenges, you face obstacles, but it's how you overcome all of those obstacles to get to where you need to be. And that is why when you finally look back, you need to celebrate your success. So then again, it basically comes down to one thing: leaders need to lead in order to create the change. It starts with one person who is willing to put in the effort to create the change, causing that ripple effect to get others to also create change. With that, we can look to a better and brighter future. We need to build each other up so strong. You know, just like you have a classroom where you are teaching, you build your students up so strong that people won't even differentiate between who the real leaders are and who are the ones who are learning. So that's what I say: build a team so strong that nobody even recognizes who the leader actually is. And I feel that's what's important. um, Another thing I learned was from a very special person in my life, my father, is that you know what? Sometimes it's always best to speak less and listen more. Because the reason why I say that is when you do more of the listening, you understand, and that is one way of pushing forward. And that is one way of also learning. So that is why they say you have one mouth but two ears. And from that, that's basically how I ended today's session. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Aliyah. I
Thank
have
you.
again three takeaways. How about the audience? Okay, number one, it is the little things that makes the difference. Number two, understand what I want and implement it. And number three, speak less and listen more.
Indeed,
With
indeed.
that, thank you for that very inspirational and motivational talk. We will get back to you later, Madam Aliyah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, let us now welcome our third speaker, Madam Ektra Sumera is the author. Okay, now the author, of Made in Poetry, a collection of poetry and prose. She is a part-time criminology major. Oh, watch out, boys. And full-time visionary leader. From writing and reviewing books to hosting a radio show and making a difference. She fulfills her passion to inspire young people through various youth initiatives and community service. Madam Ekta, lives by the words of Martin Luther King Jr. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Honorable Madam Ekta Sumera.
Thank you, Madam Anne, for that warm
Sorry,
introduction.
sorry, Madam Ekta, I have additional notes for the audience to follow you. Her books are also available online. Make sure to follow. Just log on to your Amazon.com and type in the Made in Poetry. That's her book. Thank you so much, Madam Ekta. The floor is now
Thank you so
yours.
much. Okay. To understand the principles of leading change, we must first take note that change is something which pushes us away from our comfort zone. It can happen gradually over time or all of a sudden unexpectedly, but there's usually an adjustment period which depends on how the change is managed. Change is naturally daunting, but it is necessary in the sense that it allows us new opportunities by refreshing our perspective. The benefits of change include personal growth. Every time you step out of your comfort zone and face your fears, something changes and you grow. You become stronger, you progress. Change often creates a new beginning. However, the transition can bring challenges, especially when working with a team. But change is a process which can be planned and managed. Change management refers to the approach that is taken during the transition. It usually involves a well planned and structured process which is applied in leading towards the outcome. This includes preparing the steps that have to be taken, along with supporting those involved and monitoring the process throughout the implementation. To implement change, you have to build a culture for change. You have to communicate. Your team needs to understand the need for change. It is important for you to describe the process to all those involved and explain why the changes are happening. This has to be done in a completely transparent and unbiased manner. your team needs to feel supported while dealing with the change. Everyone has fears, everyone has concerns, everyone has an opinion, and most people want their opinion heard. And they also want to know it is taken into consideration. So it is important to listen and accept feedback in order to identify issues and draw solutions. This involvement will also generate support from your team. And as a leader, you need this. As much as your team needs to know that you have their best interest at heart, it helps knowing that they trust you. The principles of change management are simple. Whether you're driven by a threat or opportunity, the need for change has to be your focal point during the discussion with your team. Elaborate on the end result with excruciating detail. Explain what your ideas look like with clarity, because this will create the vision in their mind. There should be enough resources to sustain commitment and gain investment from your team in order to make the change happen with ease. Progress should be tracked because this will indicate the success of the transition throughout the process, also ensuring that you and your team meet the desired end result. This can only happen if there's someone accountable backing the management right from the start and leading the change. The true test of leadership happens through leading the change. This is a skill every leader has to nurture, and simply understanding the need for change differs from the actual implementation. Most leaders struggle with the latter, and this causes the feelings of uncertainty and frustration, which leads to stumbling blocks. But change is crucial in leadership. There are I have written down 7 principles for leading change, and they are: have a clear vision, emotionally prepare, apply change to the mission, have a supportive team, allow feedback, communicate, and persevere despite challenges. So before the process of change begins, as a leader, one needs to understand with clarity what has to change, why the change needs to take place, and how things are going to look once it happens. Considering that the process may appear to be complicated, it is wise to begin with clarity. You need to emotionally prepare because resistance is common, and it's usually a natural reaction to change. It is therefore necessary to prepare for the feelings that may arise as a result of the change. So it is important to create a need that would compel people towards change. This is according to John Cotter, the author of Leading Change. You cannot propose a change for the sole purpose of a change to take place. A process is necessary, and this is to adapt to the challenges you might face in a new environment. In order to successfully reach a desired result, you need to ensure the change is rooted in your mission and the vision that you have. This can be done by continuously reminding your team why the change is necessary. A supportive team is an integral part of the change process. Although there will be resistance indefinitely, the right people will make it easy to overcome the obstacles that may arise. And as I mentioned before, everyone has an opinion, and most people want theirs to be taken into consideration. So before you make any decisions, allow your team to provide suggestions and listen to them, no matter how they may sound. Keep in mind that although you understand the urgency for change, others may not. In their minds, they may take longer to accept significant change until it actually happens. So you have to remain patient and guide them through the process. Anxieties might Anxieties will definitely be at an all-time high when change is occurring. So you have to communicate with clarity and confidence. Your confidence will give your team confidence and it will bring stability to the process. The resistance to change may bring an uprise of grievances as well. But as a leader, you have to deal with this. As a leader, you need to have the ability to put their minds at ease. You will be faced with a lot of challenges and cynical questions that you will have to answer. So you have to remain committed towards the direction that you are headed and make sure that your team moves forward with you. I have founded 2 youth initiatives to drive change in my own community: a literary journal and a podcast which is aired on a local radio station. Both initiatives rose from a need for change. So, as a writer now, when I look back to my time in school, I wish that I had more writing opportunities. So, I created Paper Tale with the intention to change that. This journal, it gives learners an opportunity to write articles and submit creative essays, which are featured in the journal. And this builds their confidence. It also gives them experience, which can be used in their own CVs and resumes. And there are also a lot of people with a lot of potential, and Lead the Wave, as the name suggests, offers young and ambitious leaders an opportunity to inspire somebody else. It gives them a platform to step out of their own comfort zone, and it gives them a boost of confidence to express who they are and use their talent to bring some sort of change and make a difference. So thank you so much for this opportunity and this platform to make my own little difference.
Thank you so much, Madam Ekta, for that very inspirational and motivational message. And I have, again, 3 takeaways. How about the participants? Just type in the comment box your takeaways on their message. Number 1, it is that vision should be clear. So that number 2, understand the change, and then you should persevere despite the challenges. So with that, Madam Ekta, thank you so much again.
Thank you
We
so
will
much.
get back to you later. Okay, for now, we will be having our quiz competition. Everyone should join. Okay, the to join our quiz portion. Just log on to www.slido.com with the code IGP quiz. Link in the comment box. So just click on the comment box and you will be automatically included. Oh, so we have 49 participants who will be joining the quiz. Okay, thank you, Ma'am Reina. Sir Jeffrey, Madam Enelita, Sir Cristobal, Sir Miss or Mr. Neong, Madam Rowena, Madam Carol, Madam Eileen, Madam Lorna. Okay, we have now 60 participants. Okay, we have now 76 participants to join. Okay, just type in the www.slido.com with the code IGP quiz. Link is in the comment box below. Just click on the link and you will be automatically included in the quiz portion of our webinar. So, who else? Thank you so much, Madam Elizabeth, Sir Richard, Madam Mary Joy, Madam Consuelo, Madam Bliss, Sir Rowell, Madam Carmela. So we have now 87 participants. Madam Elvie, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget, again, to tag and mention your friends on the comment box so they can also join for the upcoming webinars of Institute of Global Professionals. So we have now 94 participants who will be joining the quiz. Again, type in www.slido.com. Okay. Top 10 will be awarded with quiz completion certificates. Okay, number 1 question. What are the 3 steps of the change management process? It's letter A, produce, manage, and reinforce. Letter B, prepare, manage, and reinforce. I think there are comments in the comment box. The answer also in the comment box. Okay, the answer is letter B with 79%. Who won? Okay, number 2, striving for success and avoiding failure at all costs. Is it A, fixed mindset, I should say? B, growth mindset. They are also answering letter B from the comment box. And the answer is letter B with 78%. Who got the correct answer? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. It is fixed mindset. Sorry. With 22%. Sir Northam. Number 3, what strategy is used for positive change? Letter A, change everything at once. Letter B, willing to change. Letter C, forget old habits. Okay, what about at the chat box? They answered letter B, most of them. And the answer is letter B, willing to change with 91%. Oh, has everyone got the correct answer? Does everyone get the correct answer? Number 4 question. Okay. When overcoming employees' resistance to change, a high-risk strategy caters for a more long-term success for all. Is it true or false? I can see from the chat box, comment box, is A. What is the correct answer? Oh, it's false with 8%. Very good. Those who got the correct answer. B. Number 5th. Management might not support a change because, number 1, letter A, it threatens their position. Letter B, change means business failure. Okay, I can see from the message box, chat box, is comment box. They are answering, oh, it's late. 70% letter A with the correct answer. Oh, who's on the top? Okay, let us go to number 6. Employees can resist change because, letter A, they fear the unknown. Letter B, they fear for their job security. Letter C, they fail to see a reason to change. Letter D, all of these reasons. I think the participants in the comment box are late. Letter A, most of them. Oh, wow. What's the answer? The answer is letter D, all of the reasons. Who got the correct answer? Sir Alvin. Number 7. Is age closer between friends is a necessary need for the success of friendship? Is it A, yes or no for B? Okay, who got the correct answer? How many of the participants got the correct answer? Oh no, it's 60%. Okay. Who's 6 over 6? Sir Joel, congrats. Being to number 8. Question, being able to act on your career and professional goals is an important skill that is blank for your success. Letter A, vital. Letter B, potential. Letter C, acceptable. Okay. And who got the correct answer? It's letter A with 65% of the participants who got the correct answer. Sir Richard, congrats. Number 9, feels treated by success of others. Is it letter A, fixed mindset, or letter B, growth mindset? What is the correct answer? And who will be on the top 10? Ja-da-da-dun. Okay, what's the answer? Letter A, fixed mindset with 47% of our participants who got it correct. And the last question, why is change welcomed? Letter A, is it contemporary problems needs to be fixed? Or is it letter B, more options with less certainty? What are the answers of our participants in the comment box? And who is on the top 10 to get a certificate? The answer is oh, letter A. Okay. Who is the winner? Who are the winners? Top 1, Sir Alvin. Top 2, Madam Leia, Madam Ami, Madam Jennifer, Madam or Sir RV. Top 5. Congratulations, quiz competition winners. Top 10. Number 6. Madam Lilibet, Madam Leia, Madam Marisa, Madam Jennifer, Madam Janeline. And for those who's on the better luck next time. But you still got many takeaways here. You have nothing to lose, winner or lose. We are all winners because this webinar is very informative, very motivational, very inspiring. So after okay, the winners will get a certificate. Question and answer. Okay, we have here the 4 speakers, the 3 speakers, I should say. Okay, just type in your questions at the comment box, and we will address your questions. Please also include the name of the speakers. Okay, we have the number one, Madam Jesrel. For Ma'am Aliyah, how to promote leadership in change at the classroom without fear of discrimination and prejudice. Madam Aliyah, the floor is yours.
Hi. So you know what? How I feel is that it's always the best way of promoting leadership in change, especially in a classroom, without that fear, should I say, is that everybody will have an opinion, and it's always great to take everybody else's opinion into matter, because maybe they could see something that you don't see. So in terms of discrimination and prejudice, always remember to have an open mind. Like I mentioned, speak less, hear more, because that's how you also learn. As teachers, we know we don't know everything. As students as well, they are there to also help us see what we don't see. So, in terms of, promoting that leadership of change, give give out your views and also listen to what they have to say, so that way you have both your views and their views, and you all can come together, and it'll be, I think, a great success that way.
Very well said, Madam Aliyah. Who else? Let me check on the comment box. Okay. Greetings from our participants. They are still alive and kicking, dear speakers. Okay, at this very night.
Maman,
Okay. Yes, Madam Manolito. Okay, Sir RV.
maman,
Yes, sir.
just focus on the screen. Focus on
Okay,
your
Sir.
screen.
Sir RV, Nino Verai. To all the speakers, how will you train and convince a person in becoming a leader if he or she is not willing to hold that position? The floor is yours, who's willing? Sir Nick?
Sure. So I think that is an exercise in mentorship and inspiration. From the sounds of the context of the question, it's a leader is trying to convince another person to become a leader themselves. So that would be delegation and mentorship. So you, from a position of authority, are trying to inspire another person to become a leader themselves. So that's still an exercise in general leadership, which is to communicate your vision and see if this person can share this vision and carry it forward. So you need to know that this person isn't just anybody, it's someone who is sharing your understanding of where you want to go forward, and being a person who is able to carry that forward and inspire others in themselves being a leader. So that's a series of tests that you have to give this person before you even consider giving them this position. If they don't fill these criteria, you need to look for another person. And then on top of that, it would be, are they willing to be able to do this for themselves? I notice it says convince, so I think it would just be a focus on the benefits of them being a leader, them being stronger as a person, more growth, more benefits, better pay, so many benefits for them being a leader, and then they can move forward with that. But at the end of the day, it's them who have to be willing to make that change. So if you can't inspire them and if you can't bait them to come forward, I think you should be looking for another leader.
Thank you, Sir Nick. Madam Aliyah, please.
I think Nick has covered basically everything with regards to that. At the end of the day, it's also, you can't just convince a person to become a leader. It does take two to tango. So, you know, you both have to meet each other halfway. If the person is not, willing to put in the effort of becoming a leader and cannot be convinced, like a again, like Nick addressed, you know what, you need to perhaps look for another person.
Much, Madam. Oh yeah, and Madam Ekta.
I think to be a leader, you need to have certain qualities, and one of them includes wanting to lead. I think that's the most obvious choice as a leader. And as Nick and Alia mentioned, if you need to convince somebody to be a leader, then maybe they don't deserve that position.
Okay, very well said, Madam and Sir. Thank you to Madam Irene Bongat, to Sir Nick. How does all those principles of leading change affect the concept of new normal educational system?
Okay,
Nick?
so thank you very much for the question. I will admit that I'm not 100% familiar with the new normal educational system, so I'll make a best guess. So the principles of leading change as applied to an educational system, the concept of being a leader is focused on you, the leader, to begin with. And you have to have an understanding of where you're going before you get anyone else to go and follow you. So first and foremost is, does the leader have a belief in whatever this change will be? And is it something that they can follow through on and have the expertise to complete themselves? And then by extension, they can then delegate their vision, their expertise, their understanding to anybody else who's underneath them as their followers. Within the realms of educational systems, it would be something where you as a person know the educational system very well. You want to exact changes. You know what the system is right now. You know what's wrong with it, and you know how to change it. And then you communicate what you believe those changes to be, and then allow your team to move forward and complete those changes under their own inspiration, where needed, correct and have them complete their own work. Don't do the work for them. Don't micromanage. Don't be on their back. And to that end, you should be able to move forward with enacting your change. And all the while, you should be checking your assumptions, checking your references to ensure that you are moving forward as you expect, and then make any changes as you need to go forward. And that, in a nutshell, would be the concept of leading change, which I hope would apply to this question.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Nick. From Sir Manolito Ramos Oligo for Mr. Hasalum. Again, Sir Nick. Personal leadership is taking responsibility in leading it in the direction that is good for us. In reference to this, what is the significance of good mindset, energy management, and support system in leading our personal life? Sir Nick?
It's very important. Probably the chief among those would be a good mindset. Everything else will be supporting. So energy management and support system would be your own personal method of supporting yourself and your mindset, and your support system is the social element and the logistical element. And all of those are very important. And I would say when referencing a personal life, like I mentioned in the seminar, you may be leading just yourself. You may be leading your own life as opposed to anyone else's. And anyone who should be leading should be able to lead their own lives first before they go and dictate what other people are doing. So a good mindset is one which is where you know where you are. So you've mapped out your area. You have a mastery of the subject that you want to be in. And it's important to know that you can't be a master of everything. You have to be able to understand what you want to do and what you want to be. And that might take some individual investigation and soul searching. And then once you have that, then you can always reference that, and that will become your good mindset. So vision into the mindset, and then from there you have your support. You have to take care of yourself. You have to have people, be open to people to take care of you, and then all of those things together means that you should be making some excellent progress in life.
Very well said, Sir Nick. Thank you. From Madam Menet Longos, for Mamalia, what do you think is the biggest product of effective leadership? Madam
Okay, you know what? So what do I think is the biggest product of effective leadership? I think, like I mentioned, you know what? It's got to come from you. You can only make the change as well. You got to understand, you know what? If you want to become a leader, it's how you start with the change yourself. Like I mentioned, you got to put pen to paper. It's once it's in your mind, you can't just go ahead and do it. You have to write it down. Once you write it down, you've already setting your first step, and with that comes your next goal and your next goal and your next goal, which is, okay, I would call them goals, but I think the best term to use is your next step. And it always starts, I think, by taking that first step to realize what you want and then also achieving it. So I think that would be the biggest product of an effective leadership. And also, you know, it's how you use it to inspire those around you to become those who want to become leaders as well. It's how you inspire those people to also move forward into, you know what, becoming their own leaders.
Thank you, Madam Aliyah. Okay, from Madam Rochelle Molanija Gardinas, to all speakers, what successful change leaders do to implement change? Can we ask Madam Ekta for the answer first?
Okay, personally, to implement change, I always listen to other people first. Whenever I need to make a big decision, I'm always gaining feedback from like everybody around me to get like their opinions and more ideas for myself. So I think a successful change leaders do to implement change would be to listen to their team, if they have a team, to understand other people's perspective, especially if it's a big decision that you have to make or a big change that is about to happen. Listen to other people. You need to understand the repercussions of your decision. So yeah, that's it. Listen and listen really before you could make a decision.
Thank you, Madam Ekta. Madam Aliyah?
So what successful change leaders do to implement change? I think Ekta did mention about listening. It's always good because when you listen, you learn more. And that's a great way to have a successful change. Listen, read. The more you read, the better for you, because at the end of the day, it's you gaining the knowledge. So that's how I would suggest that you would have a successful change. So obviously, yes, listen and read, because both of it will also give you a larger knowledge like mind space for that change in leadership.
Thank you, Madam Aliyah. Sir Nick?
Yes, so I absolutely agree with Ekta and Aliyah. It's listening to those around you and being able to obtain more information to challenge your current assumptions on what the situation is before you make a decision on what you want to change. So there might be an alteration in the landscape around you that you might not yet be aware of, that you need to become aware of and need to make a plan of action to work around or to exploit in order to be able to make the greatest benefit from it. And this needs to be something that's constant as much as possible. Sometimes it'll be a change is forced upon you, but you really want to meet that head on. Otherwise, you will be behind, for want of a better word, the competition.
Very well said, dear speakers. Thank you. Yes. From VK Yapi Rojas, Sir Nick, fixed mind versus growth mind, which is more helpful or essential for a change?
So, by my interpretation of these two definitions, there's a fixed, which could be a static or unchanging mind. That's one interpretation. Or there is a focused mind versus a growth mind, which is more expansionist. So by my understanding, a fixed would be one that is set on the current objectives and trying to perfect those. And then you have one which is looking to drop existing traditions and expand and go forward. Each has its place, each has its purpose. You can't have a purely growth-based mindset because there will be a lot of things that fall through the gaps. And then with a fixed mindset, you can't have a purely fixed mindset because eventually that will stagnate and you will fall behind times. So in terms of which is more helpful or essential for a change, I would personally go for a growth mindset, where you're looking to challenge the current assumptions, challenge the current landscape, and be able to expand and make new changes that you can then build and reinforce with, which is something that the fixed mind will come in. But this is down to my interpretation of those terms.
Okay, very well said, Sir Nick. From Roseller Kabasags to Sir Nick, what is the risk of not changing?
So there's an example I can think of, which is a large company. I believe it was Kodak, which is the photography and film company. They were given several pitches for the development of a digital camera from, I can't remember if it was internally or through some external source, and repeatedly they rejected it and actively sabotaged the project, and that was to mitigate the risk of the disruption from the digital camera from disrupting their business. They saw it as a risk. So what they did was they sabotaged the project and they didn't allow it to grow with them. So you would think risk mitigated, you don't need to worry about it anymore. Unfortunately for them, the digital camera got out through other means, and a competitor took the digital camera, and now that is completely, well, almost completely replaced film as the means of photography, and you can have it on your camera and digital cameras these days. So then what may be seen as a risk to change, there is actually a greater risk of not changing. So that would be my example.
Thank you, Sir Nick. To Rian Jun Koaling, to all the speakers, what is the best things to do to overcome leadership challenges amidst the pandemic? Madam Ekta, please do the honor.
Okay, I actually had to think about this one for a little bit. I guess it would depend on what the challenge is, what exactly the challenge is, because the pandemic has brought a lot of challenges, and there's been a lot of criticism towards leaders. And I think that, well, personally, the way you look at it, like, we haven't experienced something like this before. So obviously the decisions that our leaders made were spur of the moment. But okay, the best things to do to overcome the leadership challenges would be to, as I said before, you listen to your people. You have to take other people's advice as well before making the major decisions. But really, I'm sorry for stumbling. Yeah, I really have to think about this. I don't want to say something rash. Could the next speaker please give theirs before I say something wrong?
Okay, let's give Madam Aliyah the floor.
I was actually hoping you was going to go to Nick first because I also had to really think about this. You know what? We've never faced this challenge before of, a global pandemic where leaders had to have such a drastic challenge in their life in terms of, businesses, because with the pandemic that hit, it did affect a lot of businesses. And I know, like here, a lot of companies had to shut down, people were retrenched, people lost their jobs. So I also don't want to say something that's going to be too rash at the same time. So it is always best to seek advice before making your decision again, like Ekta did mention. Um, yeah, that's actually just the only thing coming to my mind at this moment in time.
Okay, let's give the floor to Sir Nick. Sir Nick.
So I can appreciate this is quite a difficult question. Yes, I think it's whenever faced with something difficult and something that completely changes how you're known to work, it's important to reestablish what your understanding of the environment is, to rewrite your map. And sometimes it's quite difficult to discern what is actually a change and what isn't. So an excellent example would be home working for anybody who's allowing workers to work from home. There has likely been a change where workers by necessity have had to work from home for over a year, and there's been various benefits and drawbacks from it, but there have been some benefits as well. And then there would be the expectation that you're bringing your workers back into the office. Unfortunately for the employers, you can't undo the past year and a half, and there is now a understanding and expectation that people can work from home, they can work differently, and that change has happened. And it's important not to try and minimize or overwrite the past or try and make something that isn't is. It's important to recognize what the current situation is and then take actions accordingly without bias. And then from there, once you've realized what the situation is, then you can apply the normal process of change to say, okay, well, what can we do reasonably to be able to adapt to this new environment? And that is down to whatever the leader believes to be the correct thing. There's no real right or wrong answer, so long as you don't try and reject reality.
And we hope we answered the question. Sir Berlin, did I pronounce it correctly? Gali? Sir Nick, can we consider the fixed mindset a focused mindset?
Okay. So again, this is down to my personal interpretation. I would say a fixed mindset is towards the ultimate perfection of whatever it is that you're setting your mind to. So therefore, it should be a focused mindset on that area. It shouldn't be doing unnecessary actions. It shouldn't be pulling away from something that you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be fixed and focused upon the perfection of whatever it is that you're trying to set your mind to. So I would say the two equate, yes.
Thank you, Sir Nick. Okay, so any more questions from our participants? We hope that the speakers all answered your queries about the changes and in leadership. Okay, with that, I think there's no more questions. With that, can we now proceed to... Okay. Celebrate with your certificates. Don't forget to check announcement. Don't forget to check in IGP page while celebrating. After the Q&A, we will share webinar certification process step by step. Make sure you have an account on our website. So to our dear speakers, Sir Nick Hazelum, Madam Aliyah Chabu, Madam Ekta Sumera, thank you so much for this wonderful evening.
Thank you so much.
We are very
Thank you.
thankful that you shared
Thank
inspirational
you.
and motivational, and we got many takeaways that we can do with ourselves, that we became better person. And I hope the participants also. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have
Okay,
a great
announce.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please note, daily we issue 3 types of certificates: lifetime membership certificate, only one in every session; quiz completion certificate, only top 10 in every session; free international webinar certificate for all active participants. Announcement: from 1st August, we have a free international webinar daily. Time is fixed from 6 p.m. That is UTC plus double bonus. From September, we will arrange free international webinars on weekend, that is Sunday, morning session from 9:30 a.m. BST. From 1st September, 3 hours morning session. Triple bonus. From October, we will start webinar series program. You will get individual certificate from each webinar, and after submitting all certificates, you will receive a webinar series certificate. 5-part or 10-part series now downloading. Highly focused on the topics teaching strategies, research, assessment, pedagogy, tools and techniques, professional development, communication skills. Our first webinar series program with the topic Authentic Assessment in Teaching and Learning. Part 1 will be on October 1, Part 2 will be on October 4, Part 3 October 7, Part 4 will be on October 10, and Part 5 October 26. Just log on to www.eduigp.com. That's our website. Don't forget to tag your friends, share our webpage, our seminars, so everybody can join and learn. Dear participants, we already posted today's quiz competition certificates on our page, group Celebrate with Your Certificates. Don't forget to check in IGP page while celebrating. After Q, okay. Okay, we have more announcements. Oh, okay, here's the step in getting your certificate. Certificate code must from July 12, 2021, which is available on video session certificate panel. Without certificate no one is eligible for certificates. Number 3, video will be available always on our Facebook page, website, YouTube channel. Who wants to learn? Anyone can join us on live sessions or later recorded sessions. We don't have any restrictions for learning. Our only focus is to learn anything you want, but learning is a must. The beautiful thing about learning is nobody can take it away from you, by B.B. King. Announcement coming soon. For the first time, IGP will be launched a virtual award ceremony program. Just log on to www.eduigp.com. Announcement on the September 15th. We will publish our Android apps. You can do everything from that app also. Look for www.eduigp.com. Announcement. On the September 15, we will launch quiz competition tab with 200 plus quiz on our website with certificates for all. Anyone can join at any time. Just log on to www.eduigp.com. Announcement. From August 7, you will get class material in every webinar description box on our website. As you can see on the screen, from our YouTube program link, from our the webinar material are there. Okay, are you interested in 1-year international diploma programs, certificate for free? Okay, the happy announcement, which is an offer from IGP. On the occasion of the anniversary of IGP, this is for all our participants. For an international diploma certificate, every government has some rules, like you have, so must learn 250 hours. That's why we decided to collect our certificates from you, which can ensure that you are capable of international diploma certificate. We know that our all programs are now 3 hours, but for a judgment, we will calculate our program an average of 2 hours multiplied by 130 certificates. That is 260 hours, that means. So there are 130 certificates. You are auto-applicable for IGP International Diploma certificates. All the certificates links are now available on our Facebook pinned post on your topmost. Actually, that is on the comment box. You can see it. It is in there. Just log on to www.eduigp.com. What you have to do is to collect all the certificates from our website from August 15, 2020 to 10th of August 2021. Submit all the certificates into given link with your full name, profession, designation, and country. Last date of submission is on the 30th. So that will be tomorrow. Okay, submission link https://hyphen qrgo.page.link/7h9 Link now available in the comment box. You can see it there anytime at just visit eduigp.com. We are looking for some volunteers. Host position, left is 5. Please contact us directly, Facebook page, inbox, or our WhatsApp contact number. Quizmaker, we have 5 left position. Please contact us directly. On the Facebook page, inbox. Okay, we have a special surprise for you all on September 5. We will announce that on September 5. Certification process is step by step. Today's topic program name is Principles of Leading Change. Okay, certification link now available in comment box and pinned comment. Certification link will be available always in this program. Post, Facebook page, Facebook group, YouTube description. Just visit our website www.eduigp.com. Certification process. You can claim your certificate in 2 ways. Direct link from the comment box, pinned comment, post description. Or, number 2, if you are not able to click this link, please directly browse www.eduigp.com for all information together. Find today's program, then the process are same. Step 3, browse www.eduigp.com or given link you will redirect in this page of our website. Okay, example is Principles of Leading. YouTube link, click enroll. If you are new, create your account first. If you have an account, then log in directly. After that, find the seminar title and get enrolled. Just like what you see on your screen. Okay, here's the code for today's program. IGP1245. Without code, again, reminder, no one is eligible for certificate. With code, you can claim our certificates anytime. Instruction code, certificate code is required. Okay, take a picture or jot down notes for the IGP code. And click the link on the chat box. Okay, congratulations. With code, click Get Your Certificate. Okay, you can type it there. As you can see on your screen, Principles of Leading Change. Type in your certificate code, IGP, capital IGP 1245, and click the Get Your Certificate. It is automatically downloaded. You can screen it and or print it. Your certificate is ready, just like what you can see at the screen. Verified certificate at the bottom. Look for that. Okay, our free international webinar certificate is auto-downloadable in PDF file. So check your device file manager. Sometimes it looks uncompleted, which is for your mobile screen size. In PDF file, everything is okay. If nothing is found in your file manager, please check your browser setting or update your browser or try with another browser or try it from a laptop or desktop. You can join our all live programs from Facebook page, Facebook group, YouTube channel, and our website, www.eduigp.com. If anyone missed any program due to some avoidable issues, still you can attend previous webinar with verified certificate to be issued. Dear participants, if any problem raised to claim your certificate or any other issues, please don't be hesitate to contact us. With code, you can claim your certificates anytime. We have customer representatives to answer. Ayan, our customer team members are always ready in comment section to support you to find solutions. Team Customer Service Representative on the FB page or Madam Cherise Abejo Caberos and Madam Janet Cablao. Okay, another from FB group are Madam Sherilyn Yamaguchi, Sir Jonas Malingen, Sir Alonso Warren Cariaga. From the YouTube channel, our team customer service representative are Sir Kelvin Linanok, Joel Danog, Sir Jeffrey Sayag. Okay, our next webinar on August 30 tomorrow, meeting the challenges of the new normal in school education with our two speakers from the Philippines. Evening session, another webinar on August 31, Young Leaders Changing the World, with 4 speakers from South Africa, from United Kingdom, and from Vietnam. Okay, on the September 1st, Redefining Education, we have 3 speakers from India. Okay, another upcoming webinar on September 2, the importance of developing the skills of young people. We have 3 speakers from India, Nepal, and Lesotho. Sorry, did I pronounce it correctly? And on the September 3rd, importance of co-curricular activities in teaching and learning process. We have 3 speakers from India and Sri Lanka. On the September 4th, the importance of education in society. We have 3 speakers from Canada, Somalia, and Qatar. Okay, on the September 5, it is Take Note morning session. That is Sunday, Educators Time and Performance Management. We have 2 speakers from Oman and India. Okay, on September 5, Technology of the Future in Education, an Advantage and Challenge. We have 3 speakers from Croatia and India. On the September 6, Social Empowerment Through Education and Entrepreneurship. We have speakers from United States, from India, and from Nepal. On the September 7th, ICT uses in everywhere. We have 3 speakers from India. On the September 8th, productivity and time management. We have 3 speakers from Bahrain, Mongolia, and Nigeria. On the September 9th, 21st Skills in Education and Integration of Technology. We have 3 speakers from Albania. On the September 10th, Importance of Information in Technology. We have 3 speakers from Australia, Ghana, and Croatia. On the September 11th, Supporting Learning Through Interactive Learning Tools. We have 3 speakers from Philippines. Okay, on the September 12th, that is Sunday, we have morning session. And the title of the seminar is Reading Interventions During Pandemic. Speakers from the Philippines. On the September 12th, Developing a Miracle Mindset. We have speakers from United States and United Kingdom. On the September 13th, Research Methodology and Literature Review. We have speakers from Philippines. On the September 14th, The Importance of Health and Wellness. We have speakers from Nigeria, India, and United Kingdom. On the September 15th, Impact of Quality Education in a New Normal. We have 2 speakers from the Philippines. Okay, September 17, Financial Education. We have speakers from the Philippines. On the September 19th, take note that is morning session, Sunday, 9:30 a.m., Interactive Learning Strategies in Education. Speakers from the Philippines. On the September 19th, Psychosocial Issues of Students. We have speakers from India, Australia. Okay, on the September 20th, Skills, Not Degrees, the Future of Employment Globally. We have speakers from Nigeria and India. Coming soon. Oh. Okay, September 24, Character Formation in Educational Leadership. We have speakers from Philippines. On the September 25th, Learning Across Areas of Math, Social Studies, and Assessment. We have speakers from the Philippines. Learners' Mental Health. On the September 26th, we have 2 speakers from the United States. Take note, that is morning session Sunday, 9:30 a.m. On the September 27th, English literature and psychology role in education. We have speakers from the Philippines. September 29, Communication Skills and Teaching and Learning Process. We have 3 speakers from Vietnam, India, and Greece. Okay, again, our code for tonight webinar is IGP1245. Without code, no one is eligible for certificates. With code, you can claim your certificates anytime. Just log on to www.eduigp.com or check on the link on the comment box below to get your certificates. Okay, with that, thank you so much, IGP team. Thank you so much to our dear supportive participants. Till next time, see you again. Don't forget to chat, to share and tag your friends with our webinars. Okay, thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone. Good night.